I've talked about this like a little bit, that the Adolescence show came out, but when I go through articles for this show, and every single week for the last fucking 3 weeks, there's been 45 articles written about how like boys are incels.
Yeah.
This needs to stop. There are problems.
Yeah, they need to get fucking.
I just watched Adolescence, this TV show, and now I realize that every little white boy in Britain is killing women.
What about this? What about if we get 13-year-olds, we go real old school, and you go, these kids might be incels, so let's get them prostitutes.
You're thinking.
Because here's the problem. They go, these kids don't want to fuck. You go, here's a porn star. Have fun.
Have at it.
Have at her, slugger.
Try
to be an incel now.
It does. It's one of those things that like bothers me a lot.
Yeah.
And actually, in a way that things don't really get on my skin. This one, the amount that they've been doing, it's like it actually is starting to fucking itch at me.
Okay.
Well, I just go, they keep releasing articles. They go, we watched this movie that we wrote, and then it's like, and then we need to do something about this.
Yeah.
You go, it's like me writing a movie where a girl poisons her husband and she's 13 and then she's 13 and she goes to school and she poisons all the little boys, and I go, this needs to stop.
Yeah, this needs to stop now. Yeah. Women are out of hand. Little girls, out of hand.
It's a fictional movie.
Yeah.
Like that's not that is not nearly.
And I'll tell you where they're not watching Adolescence. China.
Well, they have a big.
You know they're banning all movies in China?
All movies?
Dude, all Hollywood movies, this is part of the trade thing, of this whole tariff thing, is China banned all Hollywood
Does that mean
movies.
they'll start being good again?
I mean, there is something nice about the fact where you go, yeah, well...
Huge for black actors.
Well, yeah, huge for black actors in posters. But, oh, I get to be on the poster again. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I mean, there is some element where you go, yeah, like when they make these fucking Marvel movies, they go, the whole economics of it is you go, we make $400 million in China.
Yeah, I know.
That's why we spend $300 million on this slop. And why? So if they can't make that, then they're maybe like, yeah, we need to rethink this entire business model because the domestic market's not big enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that could be good.
Yeah, they're not watching that slop there.
No, not anymore.
I thought thinking about it, and it was like they need to make like a deal right now, because it's like obviously there's something that these women and male women want, which is they want like men to stop watching like Manosphere stuff and red pill stuff, right? Their offer that they're making is just, we offer you nothing,
you get nothing,
and we want you to make all these changes.
Yes,
that is their offer.
Pretty on brand for women.
Their offer is, we'll stop like calling you as bad in the papers.
Yes,
that offer is not taking.
No,
right. So this is even, and there is a little bit of a thing where they almost the media, but also like chicks, they kind of like take every male issue and they use it to be like get what they want, if that makes sense. Like air their grievances, where they go, there's a lot of men committing suicide, right? And then they go, well, that's because they don't talk about their feelings enough. It's like, sounds like you want me to talk about my feeling. It's like literally going to girls. You're like, oh, girls are depressed. That's because they're not giving head enough.
Yeah, for sure.
Like they list off things that they want, and they go, you have a problem. It's a guy being like, I didn't get a job. You know, your wife being like, oh, I'm like kind of sad. And you go, well, maybe if you just didn't spend so much of my money, then you would be less. And you go, this isn't helping.
Not helping. No.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
So they have these problems, and they go, so first of all, the first thing part of the deal is you have to acknowledge that some of these problems are affecting men. Yeah. And more than women. And on top of that, you have to acknowledge there's some things that are that are easier for a woman.
Yeah.
But they can't.
They can't do that.
So the only thing they can do, the only tool they have in their toolkit is to tell you how bad people are.
Yeah.
And that's never worked in the history to be like, this guy you guys think is cool. Know who's better? Tim Walz.
Yeah.
And they go, no, he's not. And they
he's
go,
a man's man, that Tim Walz.
And they go, maybe we'll write 100 more articles. Like, it's like the only toolkit they have is like, can we tell them they're bad more?
Right. I'm actually pretty confident in the inherent nature of like a 13-year-old boy being generally a piece of shit, that this is just not going to take.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm actually pretty confident. They just are not factoring how inherently a piece of shit a 13-year-old boy is.
Oh, I mean, imagine, but you don't have to be a piece of shit for them to be like, two people walk in. Option one, person saying like, yo, get rich, get pussy. Mm-hmm. And the other guy's like, future is female, you're toxic. And then the other guy comes in your other year and he's like, get rich, get jacked, get pussy. And then they come in, they go, we'd actually appreciate if you didn't say pussy. And you go,
do you know that working out's actually white supremacist
and then
coded?
You go, which one do they listen to? You go, can you believe this?
Yeah. This guy who wants you to be physically fit?
You go, why would they fucking, what are these psychopaths?
Is there no in between?
And then the other part is you go, you understand that this guy's not so appealing without the other guy in your ear being like, nah, excuse me. You go, now I'm listening more.
Right.
This is what they're doing.
Yeah.
So they need like a cool guy. If they want to give kids like people, if they want to give kids people that they can listen to, you can't.
Warren Buffett.
You don't get to squeak in any of your propaganda into the guy.
Well, what's the fun of that?
Well, that's the thing. You don't get to control it.
No.
So they're saying we want them to have these role models, but we want to control the role. You're not going to be able to. You have to accept the market will give them a better role model, but you can't.
What's
control
wrong with
it.
Mr. Beast? He's a good role model.
It's a terrible role model.
He's a good one. He makes you touch the car.
I have 9 cancer patients running on
I gave them all
treadmill.
cancer. They were previously
I gave them all cancer. They're running on treadmills. Whoever can run on a treadmill for 9 hours straight will get 1% of his treatment paid by me.
I've given 9 kids poison. Only one of them will get the antidote.
And lastly, the kids want the R word back.
Yeah.
So you can't get them in trouble.
Give me the R word.
And nothing crazy. It's like, you're not allowed to be able to go to a retarded person and be like, you fucking retard. But you could, if it's positive, you're like, oh, I just bought tickets. I just took this retard to see WrestleMania. Yeah, that's actually
for sure. As an example of the whole R word thing, like I've been doing this joke about how, like, you ever watch those pedophile hunter videos?
Yes, I just wrung my brain about that influencer that was a pedophile.
Oh, Vitaly.
Hunter.
Yeah.
But
anyways, but the pedophile hunters, you watch these videos. And like half of the dudes are like legitimately mentally challenged. And I'm not going to call them the R word because they actually are mentally challenged people.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is this weird thing where I'm like, they need to start like kids need to start asking strangers on the internet skill testing questions. Be like, yo, if you don't want your kid to get fucking meet up with a pedophile at a fucking Dunkin' Donuts, just be like, yo, what's like 8 times 7? If you can't answer it, that's a pedophile every time.